I'm Kieran Costa, and welcome inside the Pat Balefield broadcast booth just one more time here at the College of Alameda. The third place game of the inaugural Independence Day tournament about to get underway. I'm Kieran Costa, joined for this game by color commentator Nate Martin. Nate, we're on day 3 of this Independence Day tournament. This game for third place. The NorCal Warriors, an unlucky draw for them. They go 2-0 and on run differential are put in this game. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes 0-2, yet to pick up a win, but it all comes down to this third place match.
Yeah, I mean, to go down on run differential is a tough way to go. I mean, we see it all the time in soccer, and I didn't know this was a thing in baseball, but in baseball too, and it's a rough way to go down. You win your games, but you still couldn't get to the championship.
Yeah, you do your job, and it just doesn't go your way. But we're just about underway and ready for baseball. First pitch at 125. Carmelo Rivera's hit leadoff in every single game this tournament, and Rivera bounces it foul down the first base side.
First pitch 125.
The game time temperature.
Very high.
Get to you in just a moment. So Henderson takes the mound, and he's going to go quickly have a meeting with Kaleo Velez. As we're getting started a little bit early here. Carmelo Rivera hitting leadoff. He's going to face Andrew Henderson, making his first appearance of the tournament. The defense behind, or beg your pardon, the lineup behind Rivera, Trevor Polk and Anthony White, will be the next two to bat for FCA. Coming off a loss to the Leghorns yesterday. That's grounded to first. Knocked down, the race to the bag is won by Arthur Jones, and there's one away. Louis Zuleika will bat cleanup. Louis 5th. Louis, the last name, 5th. Kimo Robb 6, Noah Peng 7, Patrick Bartito 8, John Ringer 9, and Stefan Souza 10. Here in this tournament, you get both a designated hitter and an extra hitter. These college players all just looking to get more reps. That pitch, a cold strike 1. Henderson gets ahead. Just getting started, top half of the first inning here in today's third place contest between the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and the NorCal Warriors. The Warriors have to be playing with some sort of passion. It's very unlucky to go down on run differential, something you rarely see in a baseball tournament. The 2-1 delivery caught on and missed by White, and it's even 2-2.
3-2, actually, I believe.
Slow scoreboard.
Yeah, you're right. Nate Filler up. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Anthony White. White, the second baseman today, as he's been in the last 2 FCA games. This one spoiled foul, third base side. The battle continues. The defense behind Andrew Henderson. We'll get to you in just a moment as we do have an early start to today's ball game.
I'll do it for you.
The next 3-2 offer from Henderson is lined back up the middle, sinking fast, and a nice running play out in center by Jacob Wally. There's 2 down.
Good little hit, good contact there, but just unlucky for it to fall to the center fielder.
Yeah, just hung up a little bit too long, and Wally, a good defender out there in center, makes the play. That brings up former anchor Louis Zuleika. Louis spent the first half of the season with the Anchors and is spending the second half of the year focusing on training for next college season. The runner goes and dives into second safely with a stolen base. Great jump for Trevor Polk. Yeah, Lewis was a great guy to have around the clubhouse. Had a great time getting to know him in just my short few months here with the Anchors, and I wish him and we wish him nothing but the best as he trains for the upcoming college season. He takes high. Ground out to first, single, fly out to center, and a stolen base. Yeah, Louis Zuleika gave us really one of the most electrifying moments of the Anchors campaign up until this point, when he came into a bases loaded, nobody out jam and struck out the side in the game, and the Anchors would eventually walk off on a J.P. Boyle infield hit. The defense behind Henderson, I finally have it for you, and I'll give it to you after this 2-0, which is popped up towards center. Cruising back Wally to make the catch, and the inning is over. We'll get you situated with the standings, the lineups, and everything else on the other side here on the Anchors TV. Last of the first inning, Kieran Costa and Nate Martin alongside here on Anchors YouTube. Game 3 of the inaugural Independence Day tournament. The 2-0 NorCal Warriors facing off the 0-2 Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Third place on the line. We have a championship for you at 5 o'clock. The Leghorns and the Captains. The first pitch from Diego Lopez. is a cold strike one. The lineup he'll be facing here in the first: Mateo Castro, Daiki Ayata, and Tyson Brown. David Howard, the DH, hits fourth. James Cabrera hits fifth. This one's popped up down the right field line. It drops foul, 0-2. Lucas Durand hits sixth and plays third. Arthur Jones, the power-hitting first baseman, and pitched yesterday. He bats seventh. Eighth, Kaleo Velez behind the dish for the third straight day. Jaden Gilbert and Jacob Wally round out the nine for Jonathan Rodriguez's club. Castro behind in the count, 0-2. Here leading off the bottom of the first against Diego Lopez, who misses outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The defense behind Lopez, a lot of familiar names from the last 2 days. Bartito at first, White at second, Ringer at short, Zuleika over at third. Left to right is Poke, Rivera, and Pang. We're now all good. You know what's going down. Third place on the line. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to the leadoff man, Mateo Castro.
Not working.
Lopez's pitch is outside, and it's even at 2-2.
Scoreboard difficulties.
The 2-2. Ring him up, strike 3, a close pitch, got him, 1 away. Mateo Castro hit leadoff yesterday as well in what was a NorCal victory.
Now back for the NorCal Warriors.
1 for 4, reached on an error single.
Good job on him for fighting back after going down 0-2 early, but struck out.
Yeah, that's what you really need from your leadoff guy, just to see pitches, make Diego Lopez show the arsenal, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
Ended up going down on a 2-2 pitch, but did face 6 pitches. And the first pitch to Ayata is strike 1. Daiki, the pesky left-handed hitter and second baseman, we saw him close out the last inning of a NorCal victory yesterday. So Castro goes down via the backwards K, and Ayata comes in. Lefty on lefty. That's low, 2 balls and 1 strike.
That's not working, man. Not working. I would turn off the
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2. Outside, a very nice pitch from Lopez, and we're even at 2-2.
Tried to get him with a swing and miss, couldn't get it. Well done by the batter to stay consistent, not to swing at it.
Ayata with a nice take on 2-2. The pitch is blown inside, and that's ball 4. Beg your pardon, we have some scoreboard woes here in the second game of the day. So a walk from Ayata, good eye, and back-to-back hitters have worked deep counts.
Number 13, Tyson Brown.
Tyson Brown, the big right-handed hitter.
As you mentioned earlier, like that's all you can ask for your top batters to do. Just work the count. First one struck out. Now you got 1 on base with 1 out. Liking how you're feeling right here if you're NorCal.
Tyson Brown had himself quite an evening, getting on base 3 times. Well, a morning, as they won against the Redbirds yesterday.
This board should be destroyed.
Pick back to first. Ayata dives in safely, and Lopez is out of his rhythm. Last half of the first inning, Ayata leads away from first. He walked. That one is outside. It's 1-0. All 3 Warriors hitters have gotten ahead 1-0 of Lopez. David Howard waits on deck, has the DH duties today. Brown fouls it straight back. David Howard had himself a day yesterday. Got on base 3 times and turned in 6 strong innings on the mound.
It's just not working, man.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Ayata away from first. A breaking ball misses badly. It's 2-1.
I can't believe a college with the goal through the whole year was something like this.
2-0 squad against an 0-2 squad in the third place match. The tournament didn't go the way the Anchors probably wanted it to, as they are given 5th place. Ring him up, beg your pardon. Not a big call from home plate umpire, but it is strike 3, the second looking strikeout for the Warriors this inning. It didn't go the Anchors' way. The Anchors lost the 2 seeding games. They did beat the Redbirds this morning to salvage 5th place, but that doesn't mean much. Some positives for the Anchors: they put up 9 runs and 12 runs the last 2 games. Get the bats going, as BACL's second half play starts up tomorrow at 6:05 against the Seals. Fastball is a cold strike over the inner half to David Howard. It's 0-1. Strikeout, walk, strikeout, and the cleanup man Howard comes into the game. Check on Ayata, nothing doing. Lopez clearly worried about Daike Ayata attempting to steal. He's picked over 2 times. And Stefan Souza's going to come out to the mound. Howard, slightly open stance from the left side, has lots of power. Ayata runs, the pitch is low, the throw to second is high, the swipe tag not in time. Ayata slips under the tag of John Ringer. The pitch was called high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Howard waits on a 1-1 from Lopez. The pitch is outside. A running fastball ran too far.
Both teams have already gotten runners in scoring position in the first inning. Good start for both offenses. FCA closed it out. Oh, excuse me. The NorCal Warriors closed it out in the top. Can FCA do the same here?
Ayata dancing off second. Howard takes a called strike over the outer edge. We're even 2-2. As Michael Barebald says, the deuces are wild delivery. 2-2, 2 outs. Runner leads from second base. Lopez stares in to get his sign. Howard waits. And grounds it hard and fair inside the first base line. It's going to roll into the tarp down that right field bullpen. Howard into second with a double that went just right inside that chalk line. A double off the bat of Howard, and as you were mentioning, the Warriors got out of the jam. FCA could not do the same.
Potential commentator's curse. I don't know.
Maybe. We bring you in the booth here in the first inning. You curse the FCA as Ayata walks, Howard doubles, and that Ayata stolen base looms large.
Howard continuing his good tournament. You had a great day yesterday.
How'd he
and
did.
now RBI double starting off the first.
Howard had a single and a triple yesterday morning as they had the 10 a.m. game against the Redbirds. The Warriors left yesterday's 10 a.m. game 2-0 with a strong run differential, and they probably went to enjoy their 4th of July thinking that they would be in the championship game. No such luck, as the San Bruno Captains sort of came out of nowhere with a 10-run Mercy Rule victory over the Anchors to catapult them into the championship with the Leghorns. The Petaluma Leghorns, a very consistent weekend. 10-run victory and an 8-run victory for Petaluma. The 1-1 offer is popped foul first base side off the bat of extra hitter James Cabrera. Uh, 1-2 delivery is low and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Again, work here. The Warriors getting a good job of getting to Lopez, extending the pitch count, and making him work to get these outs.
Yeah, Nate, that's a very good point. Working deep counts has been what the Warriors have done. They did it against the Anchors in what was a 3-1 victory, and that was all the way back on Monday in the late game.
And just like that, full count, 2 outs. I mean, really making him work to get these batters out, and it's showing. Filler
up 3-2. Lopez checks second. Howard runs. The pitch is ball 4. And David Howard with a straight steal of third base. Aggressive base running in deep counts. That's how you win baseball games, and the NorCal Warriors are doing both of those things here in the first. The first free pass delivered from Diego Lopez.
The third baseman, number 10, Lucas Duran.
That brings up Lucas Duran. Duran had a big swing in yesterday morning's game as he deposited one over the left field fence, right over the holy name sign. This one's driven out to the same spot, not very deep though, and the catch is made by Polk, and the inning is over. 1 run on 1 hit and a man left. We move to the second here in Alameda, 1-0 Warriors.
We're number 10.
Top half of the second inning. The first pitch is
strike 1.
Strike 1 to Lewis. No first name listed on the roster, so don't have one for you, but
Yeah, we have them.
maybe we do.
It's all
All right, it's Orlando Lewis.
I guess. It's right there on your paper that you have for me. Is that right? It's a different number. That's why I'm confused.
The
John Singler was
pitch.
John Ringer. Yeah, I'm confused. So.
Lewis, Robb, and Pang, the 3 to hit here in the top half of the second inning for an FCA squad that's already down 1-0. They've just looked a little outmatched in their first 2 ball games, and they're missing head coach Greg Mugg today. Coach Peterson filling in. You see him down at first base.
They don't have a third base coach.
Nobody down at third for them. Jonathan Rodriguez, as he always does, the lone coach for the NorCal Warriors. He was joined by his son Nathan yesterday. Really nothing better. That one's popped up towards left, and easy play for Tyson Brown, who makes the catch. And Jonathan Rodriguez spent yesterday, 4th of July, on the baseball field with his son. Nothing much better than that. And especially when you're winning games the way the Warriors were. Kimo Raub comes in after Orlando Lewis flew out. There's one pitch, and it's bounced towards Castro. Throws to first in time, and quickly 2 away. And as you talked about in the bottom of the first inning, working counts and aggressive base running. Here, they're swinging early, and it's not going too well.
Right fielder, number 27.
2 outs on just 3 pitches.
Yeah, that's not ideal if you're FCA coming off of an inning where you're making the pitcher where your pitcher was getting worked. You'd like to get your pitcher some rest, and as you said, 2 outs and 3 pitches. Maybe hope to extend the at-bat here.
Noah Pang swings first pitch and bounces it to Ayata, who knocks it down, throws to first. Nice play by Daiki. They do no such thing. 4 pitches. Strong inning from Andrew Henderson. 1.5 in the books. Warriors still leading 1-0. Last half of the second inning here at Pat Bale Field at the College of Alameda. I hope everyone enjoyed their holiday weekend, and the Independence Day tournament is coming to a close here. I thank you for joining me for 3 games the last 2 days, the second of 3 here on the final day, but that doesn't stop the action on Alameda Anchors YouTube. Come back tomorrow at 6:05 for the beginning, or the start, if you will, of the second half of the BACL campaign, the Anchors and the Seals. Lopez's first pitch of the second inning of this third place game is outside for ball 1. Arthur Jones, Kaleo Velez, and Jaden Gilbert, the 3 to hit for the Warriors, as Lucas Durand ended the first with a line out to left.
Okay, it's just the numbers are supposed to tell you who the players are. When you switch numbers, especially to
The 1-1 is line foul down the third base line, and Arthur Jones has just faced as many pitches in this at bat as the Fellowship of Christian Athletes saw in the entire top of the second.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you're not swinging aggressive first or second pitch. We saw the swing and miss on the first strike, foul ball there. Let's see what he can do here.
And to FCA's credit, one of the pitches, or one of the hits, was very hard hit out towards second. Nice play by Ayata to end the inning and retire Pang. Here, Jones takes a ball, missed off the corner. Here he sends one out towards left, deep. It's still carrying, but a nice play by Trevor Polk to run it down on the warning track as he bumps up against the wall. Arthur Jones went 0 for 3 in yesterday's game.
NorCal Warriors, the catcher.
Kaleo Velez steps in.
Velez.
Kaleo doubled his lone hit in yesterday's 11 to 3 Warrior win. The pitch, caught on and missed.
Already a big difference between the previous inning for the Warriors and now this one. Quick outs for FCA for the first one. Now swing and miss down 0-1. Keep it. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Yeah, first pitch strikes was a bit of a struggle for Lopez in the first. He's gotten ahead of the first two he's faced here. The 1-1 to Velez does not find the corner. It's 2-1.
I got a headache. This is really a headache induced by them right now. Multiple numbers suck bad.
Here comes the 2-1 outside. 3 balls and a strike, and after you said they get behind, Kaleo Velez works all the way back. He's ahead 3 balls and 1 strike. Jaden Gilbert, the right fielder, waiting on deck. And then Jacob Wally rounds out the 10. The pitch is ball 4. Good take from Velez.
Right field for the and you say Leandro high.
Jaden Gilbert, the Laney College corner outfielder, teammates with Corey Houston, and Laney coaches Dustin Cheney and Derek Livingston must know him well. Big hole on the right side as Bartito holds on the runner Velez, who reached via 1-out walk. Velez stays put, it's ball 1. It is a catcher's speed, but we'll see if they put him in motion. They swiped a bag in the first. A pick back, Velez dives in safely. FCA trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. 1 on, 1 out for Jaden Gilbert. The pitch, low end outside. Gilbert way ahead 2-0, and just like the pattern we talked about in the first, the Warriors getting ahead, and when you get ahead and stay ahead, you'll eventually find your pitch to hit.
And you got 2 balls right here off the rip. I mean, I think a little bit is just a little on the mental side, like knowing you have that runner on first.
That one's
back of your head.
Flailed out, beg your pardon. Ball is flared out to left for a single. A soft line drive off the bat of Jaden Gilbert, and that puts runners at first and second. And I would agree that having to work with runners on scoring position does add lots of stress to a pitcher. And
know when you have a guy on first right there, like that's gonna stay in your mind. You know that if you make a mistake, that he could easily go from first to third, easily get into scoring position. So definitely in the pitcher's mind. Let's see how he does here with runner in scoring position.
Yeah, the Warriors have had traffic on the bases the first 2 innings, and the 10-hitter today, Jacob Wally, bats with the top of the lineup, looming in Mateo Castro. Called strike 1 as he paints the black of the outside edge. Third place match here in the first annual Independence Day Tournament, Day 3. The 1-0 is lined out towards left. Polk ranges back to make the catch. The runners stay put, and a much needed second out without the runners advancing for Diego Lopez. That brings up atop the order Mateo Castro. Castro struck out looking to open the ball game.
Shortstop, Mateo Castro.
Similar situation to the last inning. We had a runner on in scoring possession with 2 outs. You do fancy the pitcher's chances there, but a double by Howard scored the runner, and now Castro up to bat, wanting to score the man from second to give the Warriors an early 2-0 lead.
First pitch is a called strike. Ayata, the man that scored the only run, is on deck. Castro here trying to extend the inning and get it to him. A called strike 2. Diego Lopez way ahead of Mateo Castro. Castro, the shortstop duties today, made that nice play on Kimo Robb back in the top half of this inning.
Lopez has had some of his off-speed pitches working pretty well today. He's had a lot of the batters just looking at those.
Soft ground ball to short. Charging is Ringer. Throws to first. In time to get him. The inning is over. A nice play at short by Ringer on a softly hit ground ball. Castro thought he beat the throw. The umpire disagrees. We head to the third. 1-0 Warriors.
We'll just do the runs now.
Top half of the third inning starts with a hit by pitch. And Bartito is on. First one came in to hit him. First real mistake we've seen today from Andrew Henderson.
The batter for FCA, shortstop, number 10, John Ringer.
John Ringer, the 9-man out of 10, stands in with the runner on first. That's Partito as he got on via the hit by pitch. Partito leads away from first. Ringer and Souza up next. Ringer takes. Called strike 1.
I don't know, like, why did you turn it back on? Huh? Did you turn it back on so you could do it? I'm not doing it. It's not 2-0. It's 1-0, right?
Ringer takes. It's a ball and a strike. Partito leads from first. Henderson checks on him and diving back to the bag in time.
FCA already off to a better start than the previous 2 innings, getting a runner on with no outs. And a quick runner at that. The pitcher obviously keeping in mind that he could steal here. That's a good way to start the inning for FCA.
Yeah, getting the leadoff man aboard, obviously what you want to do. And they do it on the first pitch as Henderson's fastball ran in to hit him on the hand. The pitch. John Ringer was bailing, but it's a called strike over the inside corner. It's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ayata shaded up the middle, looking to turn 2. Jones holding the runner on at first. The pitch is off speed, line to third. He can't come up with it. He goes a short way to second. It was a little knuckling line drive out to Durand at third. It came in and out of his glove. He went to second to retire Bartito on the force, and Ringer is aboard on the fielder's choice.
Stephen Souza.
That brings up Stefan Souza.
Unlucky outcome there for FCA to line out right to the third baseman, and he can't. You think you're gonna line out, so you're running back to first, and then he drops it, but you're stuck in the middle of no man's land. You're forced to go to second, easy out there, and now you got one out, runner on first. Same situation as you were in before, but now with an out.
That's the reason that infield fly rule is in effect, in case Durand dropped that ball on purpose looking to turn 2. This one could be 2. Second to 1, Ayata's relay! Got him! A twin killing to end the inning for the Warriors. We head to the last of the third. 1-0 Warriors over FCA here in the third place of the Independence Day Tournament.
Games for the Alameda Anchors are online.
Last of the third here in Alameda. Daiki Ayata leads off. He'll be followed by Tyson Brown and David Howard. 2, 3, and 4, the heart of the Warrior lineup. We'll see if they can extend the lead. Ayata drew a walk his first time up. Zane Holmes, who we saw come in as a defensive replacement yesterday, is now out coaching first base as Jonathan Rodriguez, the lone senior coach on the ball club. Ayata takes a slider that runs too far off the corner. It's 2 balls and no strikes. And Daiki way out ahead of Diego Lopez, who winds and fires, and Ayata takes a fastball. 3 close pitches, none called strikes. And we'll see if Ayata gets the 3-0 green light from Jonathan Rodriguez. The 3-0. That one's in there. Get me over. Breaking ball for that matter. It's 3-1.
Playing some Japanese baseball.
Ayata holds the bat high above his head and bounces this one foul off the plate and the mask of the home plate umpire. Filler up, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Is that an Annapolis chop? Just went backwards.
For Lopez, that's what's been working for him today. The off-speed pitches. I mean, he threw 3 straight strikes basically. Well, 2 strikes, two fastballs and 1 slider for the 3 balls, and then works back to get it to full on off-speed pitches.
Ayata grounds that one toward short. Ringer on the backhand, gloves, fires late to first base, and Daiki Ayata is aboard with a single. He's on base for the 2nd time today, and that brings up Tyson Brown. Brown struck out looking his first time at the dish.
Fielder Tyson Brown.
Last of the 3rd inning, Warriors holding a 1-0 lead. That came due to a David Howard RBI double in the 1st. Howard waits on deck. Ayata walked in, stole a base, and scored a run. We'll see if they send him here. Lopez from the slide step. That ball is hit out towards center. Chasing Rivera back, still back, still back, still back. It's going to one up off the wall. The ball is down on the warning track. Ayata is going to be sent home. It's to Ringer, the throw to the plate, not in time. Ayata scores from first on a ball from Tyson Brown that just kept on carrying.
That was just great sound off the bat. It looked like you when you saw it wasn't get over the thing. You were like, oh well, maybe the center fielder can get to it, but just kept on carrying, as you said. An easy run for the Warriors. Ayata, one of the quicker runners, made it from first to home off of the deep double.
Yeah, it looked like Rivera had a beat on it, and I thought he did too. The fog and the cloud cover is completely gone after the first game and even after the first inning of this one. So the ball really beginning to carry here at Pat Bale Field. Well, not carrying, not a problem for the Anchors in game 1 as they hung a 12 spot and an 8 inning mercy for that matter. A pick back to second. It's going to hit him in the helmet, go into center field, but Tyson Brown won't advance. Lopez whirled and threw to second. His pickoff just hit the runner.
Looked like it got him on the hip there. I think if he, didn't get hit there, maybe didn't get it all, he probably could have made it to third, but just in too much pain, couldn't go for it.
A single and a double to start the inning. And now David Howard, who already has an double, an RBI, and a stolen base, looks to continue to fill up his scoreline tonight. Open stance from the left side. We've seen him play first base, we've seen him pitch, but today he has the day off from the field. All he's going to do is hit as he's tasked with the designated hitter duties.
Something we've started to see more and more now. The pitcher-hitter combo worked well for him yesterday. Now taking the day off on the mound, just worrying about batting, and it's more common with Ohtani, with all of these guys, and it's good to see it continue all the way down to this level.
Yeah, we've always seen it here up until collegiate league ball where guys can go 2 ways, but then at some point you have to choose a path. It is very hard to be good at both as Howard swings and misses. He's down on strikes, but you do always have the Shohei Ohtani anomaly, who is just named to his 2nd consecutive All-Star game just a few days ago.
Not pitching though.
Not pitching though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have thoughts on whether or not you have your players play in the All-Star game. It's a great honor. Giancarlo Stanton, Yankee designated hitter, won All-Star game MVP last year, but missed the next month and a half of the season due to injury in that game. So as a Yankee fan, you're happy for Giancarlo in that moment, but you're jeopardizing team wins, letting your players play in what's at the end of the day an irrelevant baseball game.
So just considering all the variables though, as a runner goes to third, and he will be safe and he'll be heading for home, and he will score off of the error.
Souza's throw was very wide of the bag, and he'll get a stolen base plus an E2.
I think just very interesting play there. I just think considering all the circumstances, though, I get why Ohtani's not doing it, but I think if it wasn't considering that Mike Trout was injured, I think you pitch the inning, go through a quick one, see what you do. Do it for the fans.
He did it. Yes, he started the All-Star game last year. You're not going to... You can't let him start back-to-back All-Star games. As much as an anomaly as he is, we don't need to... Shane McClanahan is... Honestly, he's probably deserved to start the last 2 seasons as the American League starter. That one is a called strike. And I understand Shohei Ohtani starting last year's All-Star game. It's his first time in it as a two-way guy. But Shane McClanahan had one of the best first halves we've ever seen last season for Tampa Bay.
It's the name brand, isn't it? Everyone knows.
That one sent out towards right in the gap. That one's going to dunk in for a hit. That's going to two-hop. It's cut off by Pang, and cruising in to second with a double is James Cabrera, and the Bats are alive.
Rally going here for the NorCal Warriors. 2 runs, 1 out, runner in scoring position. Feeling good about getting him in, and just like that, you got a 4-0 lead heading into the 4th.
Beg your pardon, that was Cardenia. James Cardenia went the other way and served it into right.
Trust me.
The 0-1 off for Lopez checks second. A single and a couple doubles in the frame for the Warriors, looking to now really open up a lead. That now stands at 3-0 with the 4th run standing in scoring position out at second base. Cardera leads away from second after his opposite field double. That one low to Lucas Durand, who's ahead 2-1. Durand lined out to left last night. He put one over that left field fence yesterday. See if he can do the same here. Big hole on the right side, though, if he wants to go the other way to try and knock in the run. And he's going to do it way ahead in the count. It's 3 balls and a strike.
It's a hard hit ball to left, unlucky to line out with contact like that, but that's just baseball.
Yeah, the marine layer is fully cleared since that point. All the fog is gone. It's a beautiful, clear day for baseball. You can see the clouds out over the hills and in the Oakland skyline over the left field fence. Ball 4 for Lucas Durand, and out to the mound goes Coach Peterson to talk it over as Diego Lopez laboring here in the last of the 3rd. Ayata led off the inning with a single. Tyson Brown doubled, wound up scoring on the E2. Howard struck out, and Cardera doubled. Now Durand walked. So 3 hits, a walk. There's runners at first and second with 1 man out, and a runner has already scored for the Warriors, who looking to... You never want to say put one away in a baseball game, but when you get these 2 runners in, it's 5-0. You're halfway to a mercy rule.
You gotta be feeling good. I mean, it's tough for the FCA considering, they made it here to the 3rd place game, but, this Warriors team's really good, as we said. Unlucky to not make it to the championship game. Kind of, we knew they'd be coming out aggressive, wanting to score runs, and that's what they've done so far. You got 2 on, 1 out. You're looking to extend your lead. Got a pitcher who's struggling a little bit, especially this inning. We'll see where the inning takes us.
Arthur Jones will look to extend that Warrior lead. The left-handed hitter waits on the first one from Lopez, just off the corner, 1-0. Lefty on lefty, Lopez and Jones. Cardera leads from second, Durand from first. Lopez checks the runners, gets the sign, and fires. That's grounded hard. Back up the middle, past the reach of Anthony White into center field. Rivera's throw to the plates on the line, but a tough hop. And it was a great throw from Rivera. The problem was it short hopped Steven Souza and bounced over his head. Rivera did not have the arm strength to get all the way there. Maybe you one hop it and you have him. but it's a hard single up the middle for Jones, who advances to second on the throw.
Unlucky there for FCA. I mean, it was a great throw. Catcher couldn't handle it.
Tough hop.
Tough. Hate to see it.
James Cardera scores on the play, and now there's 2 runners in scoring position for Kaleo Velez. The 4th hit of the inning for the Warriors, and that draws the FCA infield in, trying to cut down a run and keep it at just a 4-0 deficit. Velez cuts and misses. It's 1-1, a breaking ball in the dirt.
Getting some bullpen action warming up for FCA. Maybe looking to pull Lopez definitely after this inning, but I mean, you don't want to pull him in the. You want to try and get out of this if you can if you're Lopez.
4-0 Warriors, last of the third, looking for more. That's a balk on Diego Lopez. Another run's going to come in to score. It's a no pitch. It's a balk. Moving to third is Arthur Jones, and it's 5-0, and FCA can't buy a break. 4 runs in the inning. Single, double, strikeout, double, walk, single. A couple balks and stolen bases thrown in. It's a ball and a strike to Kaleo Velez, with Arthur Jones now standing at third base. The infield remains in for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, who have a righty up and loosening down the right field line. Velez hits a mile-high pop into very shallow center. Rivera tracks it in and almost on the edge of the infield. Dirt makes the catch, an unproductive out for Kaleo. And there is 2 away. That goes as a P8, and Jaden Gilbert steps in.
Right fielder, Jaden Gilbert.
Gilbert singled last inning. That one's grounded hard to third. Knocked down by Zuleika. Fires across the diamond in time to get him. So 4 runs on 4 hits and a man left. We're on to the 4th. 5-0 Warriors. Top of the 4th inning here in Alameda. Carmelo Rivera, the top half of the FCA order, leads it off. He'll be followed by Trevor Polk and Anthony White. Rivera grounded out to first to lead off the ball game. Shout out to Tana watching along in Spokane, Washington. Thank you for spending your Wednesday afternoon watching FCA and the NorCal Warriors here on Alameda Anchors YouTube, and Kieran Costa alongside Nate Martin here. Second game of 3, the championship between the Captains and the Leghorns, set for 5 o'clock or whenever this one comes to a close. It's 2 balls and 1 strike as Rivera fouls it down the third base side.
You got my number? You got it?
I'll send you a text later.
2 balls, 1 strike. That one misses. It's 3-1.
FCA looking to respond with some offense here. You need to get that. You don't want to get mercied in the third place game. You got to get some runs on the board. Can they do it? Big swing and a miss to bring it to full count. Looking to see, just for their sakes, you hope to see a runner on this inning. You hope to.
Filler up, 3-2 delivery from Henderson. High ball 4, and Rivera's on to start the 4th. Bat brings up Trevor Polk. He has the lone hit up into this point for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. A 1-out single back in the first. He stole second but was left there. The speedy Rivera leads away from first. We'll see if they try to run on Henderson, who picks over to first. Rivera dives headlong back to the bag. That one's popped foul.
Was thinking about going there, started running, saw the batter was going to swing, and foul ball 1-1.
Yeah, so Rivera was running. Polk fouled it off. Beautiful day for baseball here in our 3rd place match of the inaugural Independence Day Classic here at COA, the College of Alameda.
Yeah, I mean, last couple days here in the Bay have been pretty hot, up in the 80s and 90s. We're chilling in the mid to high 60s. Good weather and an out. Caught stealing. Unlucky.
Great throw from Velez on the top of the runner. The tag was made on Garcia's helmet by the shortstop, and the leadoff man is erased on a caught stealing. FCA tried to get a little too aggressive there. The pitch was high.
Great play by the catcher. High pitch, made that adjustment, and tagged him out.
Velez, a nice throw down to Castro for the out. Breaking ball just misses, and does that make it 3 balls and 1 strike, as the pitch that he ran on was called the ball high. The pitch to Ringer popped up. Lots of foul ground. It's going to drift back into the seats. Filler up, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 offer, Henderson to Polk. Curveball struck him out swinging. 2 away. After a leadoff walk, a caught stealing and a strikeout. The rally's been snuffed out in a hurry with Anthony White coming to the plate.
Saw that frustration a little bit. A little angry with himself for swinging there on the 3-2, whipping at it. Just like that.
It was a hanging breaking ball.
And what was a promising start to FCA, you had a runner on first, no outs, work the pitch, work the count to get the walk, and now 2 outs, no one on after the caught stealing and strikeout. And
that one's lined foul, third base, side back into the seats. No balls and one strike to Anthony White, who pops it foul back behind the plate, and he's quickly behind, 0-2. White flew out to center back in the first. Jonathan Rodriguez has someone up and stretching in the pen down the left field line. Looks like a lefty. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the fourth. Warriors leading FCA 5-0. Henderson working slowly, delivers a 2-2. That's popped up. Out behind shortstop. Moving out is Castro. He makes the catch. 2 steps onto the outfield grass. The inning is over. 3.5 in the books from the College of Alameda. The Warriors in control, up 5-0. Miguel Lopez on to pitch in relief of Diego. And his first pitch is popped up. Should be playable for Souza, who's ranging over in the sun and goes into a 2-need slide to make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Wally is retired. P2 back to the top of the order in Mateo Castro.
Transformer.
Great play right there by the catcher, getting down and dirty to make the catch.
Shortstop.
Love to see it.
Mateo.
Castro and Wally, the only 2 Warriors not to reach base the first 2 times through the lineup. Castro tries to change that here against the new pitcher Miguel Lopez. He swings first pitch and pops it up. And Anthony White can't see it. It's going to drop, staring directly into the sun. There's nobody covering third base. Heads up base running from Mateo Castro on a ball that should have easily been caught. It's an infield triple.
It's not something you see every day. An infield triple. The second baseman couldn't locate the ball, and just like that, what easily could have been 2 outs. FCA got a runner in scoring position, 1 out. The Warriors looking to extend the rally from the last inning and get one going here.
I was about to say, it looks like it should be 2 pitches, 2 outs. Anthony White lost it in the sun, and Mateo Castro is standing at third base after hitting a mile-high pop into the sun. The infield draws in yet again. Ayata swinging first pitch. They've hacked at the first 3 pitches Miguel Lopez has thrown out of the bullpen.
So he's got glasses on. I don't know why.
Anthony White had the sunglasses on. He was staring into the sun, and he was a good foot away from the baseball.
I mean, I hate to say it, but like, not a cloud in the sky, really. It's sunny day. You kind of expect that was going to happen here in this game or in the next. It's bright out. We saw it. I mean, what I thought of was the Stanford Texas game from a couple weeks ago in the College World Series. It's one of the worst ways to get a hit in baseball.
The stakes not quite as high in the Independence Day Classic third place match as it was between the
Final out.
the Stanford Regional, the Super Regional between Texas and Stanford the other day, but that was something else.
He's got glasses on, except the shortstop's got up here on top of his eye.
Do you see most of the players out there are wearing the sunglasses, but Anthony White still lost it in the lights. It's no balls and 2 strikes to Daiki Ayata.
I don't get it. I don't get that.
Flip down.
Yeah.
Ayata trying to muscle a ball over the drawn-in infield and add to the lead. He takes high 1 and 2. Ayata has walked, stolen a base single, and has scored 2 out of the 5 Warrior runs. Batting with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. His team in a comfortable 5-0 cushion. The 1-2, beg your pardons, foul back, and it stays a ball and 2 strikes. 2 of a pesky left-handed hitter. Tyson Brown waits on deck, and David Howard, the powerful cleanup hitter if the inning continues. 1-2 to Ayata is low, 2 and 2. And if there's anything Daiki does well, it's work a great count. We've seen it all weekend, and we see it here as it's 3 balls and 2 strikes, I think was the signal we just saw from the home plate umpire. Full count delivery to Daiki. He throws his hands at it and pops it up down the third base line. The infield was drawn in, and the running catch by the left fielder, Poke, and a bluff from Castro, but he's gonna hold. At third, a nice throw in from Poke, Trevor Poke ran it down in very, very shallow left field.
I was gonna say, are we gonna get another sun interference with the ball? It looks like they were having a hard time locating it. All three of them, the shortstop, third baseman, and left fielder, running at it. Left fielder got to it, made the play, and they were thinking about sending it, and they didn't. And just like that, 2 outs, runner in scoring position. We've seen this a lot before this game.
Yeah, let's see how the Warriors' situational hitting is. It's been a point of emphasis for Derek Livingston and the Anchors, who have struggled mightily to knock in runs, not coming via the long ball or the error. The pitch is a called strike. A breaking ball drops right down the middle, even up at a ball and a strike. Tyson Brown struck out looking in the first. He then doubled, stole a base, and came around to score on the E2 on his attempted steal of third. The pitch here is way late, sawed him off, and it's fouled down the first base line. He's behind in the count, 1 and 2. Bottom half of the 4th inning. Brown looking to extend what's already a 5-0 Warrior lead. Mateo Castro leads from third. Miguel Lopez readies a 1-2 pitch. Brown lines it hard and fair inside the third base line. Cut off by Trevor Poke. Rounding is Brown. He's going to scamper back to first. Took a huge turn. And it's a ribby single for Trevor, 6-0. The Warriors all over FCA here in the 3rd place game.
Great piece of batting there.
David Howard.
That's unluckily going to be an earned run, as you can't give White an error on what turned into a pop-up triple. David Howard has doubled, stolen a base, and struck out. A sidestep delivery is a first pitch changeup that is a called strike. Caught the outer half of the zone. Howard fouls it back to the screen, a pitch in on his hands. So no balls and 2 strikes. Howard way behind Miguel Lopez. Oh, 2. Howard open stance from the left side. The runner goes. Howard takes high. Souza's there on a hop. Tyson Brown steals second base. And now he's in scoring position, and another hit could continue to open up this lead. And Nate, we've been saying it from the open. Deep counts and aggressive base running.
That's been the recipe for success for the Warriors, and it's looking to continue here in the 4th inning. They are making these FCA pitchers work to get them outs.
1-2. Howard strikes out for the 2nd time today, and the inning is over. 1 run, 2 hits, a man left. We roll on to the 5th in Alameda. Warriors now lead at 6-0. Former anchor Louis Zuleika leads off the visitors' half of the 5th inning. Zuleika, Lewis, and Rob. First pitch swing, it's popped up. Ayati ranging, makes the catch to get him.
Good.
FCA goes to the bench. That ends the day for Orlando Lewis.
Your attention, please. For FCA, batting for Lewis, number 30, Austin Sands.
1 out in the top half of the 5th. Austin Sands comes in to bat for Orlando Lewis after 1 pitch, 1 out for Henderson. Sands bounces this one to the hole. Howard turns. That's not Howard. He turns and flips it. Arthur Jones, beg your pardon, playing first base. So Jones makes the play. Henderson covering. That's why you work on your PFPs, pitcher fielding their positions. There's 2 away. And so Zuleika goes out P4. The pinch hitter Sands goes out 1-3, and Chemo Rob will step in for the 2nd time. You're right. It is 3-1 goes the putout. Chemo Rob, you'd expect he's not swinging.
No. I mean, after 2 pitches, 2 outs in this inning,
why not take a called strike one?
Work the count.
The Giants did that yesterday.
It looks like...
The 1 inning, right?
Yeah.
Against Seattle.
It looked like FCA was going to get 2 pitches, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th, but the pop-up dropped to the side of Anthony White, and...
Now here they are.
We see they tacked on a run. 2 pitches, 2 outs, though, successful for the NorCal Warrior defense. And Henderson working quickly. He's ahead 1-2, looking for a very quick top of the 5th. The pitch struck him out swinging, and the inning is over. So down in order go the Fellowship of Christian Athletes in the 5th, halfway through our ball game today after 4.5. The Warriors lead FCA 6-0. Bottom half of the 5th inning here at Pat Bale Field in Alameda. The Warriors are already leading 6-0. The first pitch is a called strike. Cardera's walked and doubled up until this point. He takes low. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Or beg your pardon, I think he called it a strike at 1-1. But 1-1 is outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls and 1 strike to Villanny College player James Cardera. The extra hitter in tonight's game takes high. 3 balls and 1 strike. He's way ahead of Miguel Lopez. Lucas Durand and Arthur Jones to follow here in the last of the 5th. The Warriors mercy on the mind as they lead 6-0. Cardera cuts and misses, filler up, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Waved at a breaking ball off the corner. Three balls, 2 strikes, righty on righty, Lopez to Cardera, fouled off first base side. The battle continues, let's do it again. The championship of the Independence Day Classic Tournament will be first pitch at 5 o'clock. Cardera waves and misses there. He's down swinging, 1 away. Fooled on a breaking ball.
Third baseman, Lucas Duran.
You sure you want to do it?
So Cardera strikes out swinging to lead off the inning. Back-to-back Ks dating back to the 4th. Lopez deals to Durand. A cold strike 1. The pitch. Inside 1-1. The 1-1 offer. clips the corner with the breaking ball. It's 1-2. Duran didn't like the call. The pitch low. Souza attempts to block it, and he does. It's 2-2 strike to Lucas Durand. Duran's lined out to left and walked and scored. Homered in yesterday morning's ball game. The 2-2 from Lopez to Durand takes high, filler up, 3-2 strikes. Consecutive full counts to start the inning for the Warriors. Three balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Durand, a half-hearted swing. And there's back-to-back Ks for Lopez.
First baseman, Arthur Jones.
That brings up Arthur Jones. Jones flied out to left and singled. The inning has started with back-to-back Ks for Diego Lopez, who looks to work a quick frame and get the FCA bats back up there, attempting to claw back into a game they trail 6-0. That one's well off the corner, 1-0. Kelio Velez, the catcher, would be next if Jones can continue the inning. Lopez rocks and delivers, and it's popped foul, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to the Warrior first baseman. Played in every game of this tournament. The 1-1 high, 2-1. Jones was left at third base after his single. The 2-1 is popped up right center field. Rivera moving over, cruising to make the catch, and the side is retired. On to the 6th at the College of Alameda. 6-0 Warriors. We roll on to the 6th here at the College of Alameda. Noah Pang, Patrick Bartito, and John Ringer will be the 3 to face Henderson out for his 6th inning of work. First one's a called strike. Finds the outside corner.
Pretty good outing for Henderson so far. Getting through 5 innings. Had a couple of dicey moments, but his defense supported him, and it's shown. He's had a great game so far.
1 ball and 1. No, I beg your pardon. No balls and 2 strikes, as that one's fouled back to the screen. Noah grounded out in his first trip. The 0-2 is grounded hard and through the left side for a base knock. Noah Pang picks up the first hit for FCA since all the way back in the first inning. Their second hit of the ball game comes courtesy of a leadoff single, and that brings Patrick Bartito to the plate.
The question on everyone's mind: can FCA get something going here and advance the runner into scoring position and hopefully across home plate? Can they do that this inning? That's big key here.
Getting back into this game, you're running out of outs a little bit. First one was called a ball to Bartito, first baseman today for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. The 1-0, a pick back to first, very close play, but Pang with a headlong dive is in there safely. 1 ball and no strikes. One's called strike. We're all even at 1-1. Patrick Bartito was hit by a pitch and erased on a fielder's choice. His first time up. Henderson picks over again. Pang safe again at first base.
Runner clearly in the back of Henderson's head here. Another pickoff attempt. Couldn't get him this time. Let's see where it goes from here. 1-1.
1-1. Righty on righty. The pitch is grounded foul on the outside of the white chalk line. Down the third base line. Henderson ahead 1-2. There was action in the Warrior pen a couple innings ago. Nothing since. We'll see how long the rope is for Henderson, who hasn't let the leadoff man get aboard until this inning, and we'll see how he works through traffic here.
And only 2 hits as well. I mean, great so far from Henderson.
Curveball is low, even up 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner leads from first with nobody out. Henderson delivers. Struck him out with a fastball. Challenged him, my best against yours. And Henderson gets the better of Bartito with the fastball down the middle. That brings up Ringer. Reached first on a fielder's choice. His first time up. Steven Souza double play ended that frame.
The batter there just looked a little surprised. I don't think he was expecting the heater, but as you said, my best against yours, and the pitcher wins this time. Henderson, big K there for the NorCal Warriors.
3 strikeouts on the day for Andrew. And he's once again ahead. No balls and a strike.
Let's get right.
And it's 0-2 after it's popped foul down the third base line. And after that leadoff single, Henderson bearing down a little bit against the bottom half of the Fellowship of Christian Athlete order.
Fighting through the adversity. I mean, it's always tough to get the lead runner on. And
that one's lined to first off the glove of Arthur Jones. Pang had to dive back to first. The throw's going to go to second for the force out. It's a fielder's choice. The putout goes 196. 396, beg your pardon. It hit off Jones. It's the second fielder's choice John Ringer's hit into. It hit off the glove of Jones, kicked into right field. Noah Pang, seeing the line drive hit the glove of Jones, dove head first back into the bag, and the catcher, Stefan Souza, is going to get his second opportunity.
It's just unlucky again for FCA. That's the second time this ball game that we've seen the leader runner get out on a lead one.
It was the same hitter last time. He hit the soft line drive to Durand, and it was knocked down. The short way goes to second. Here, Peng went diving back into first. Jones reached up. Peng, seeing that it was a look to be caught by Jones, dove back to first base to avoid a double play, just to be caught off second. This one's low. It's 1-0. Fielder's choice goes 3-9-6. So now there's 2 away. And Stefan Souza looks to turn the lineup over for FCA. He waves at that one and gets a piece back to the screen, 1-1. I think it's a ball and 2 strikes, and now it's 1-1. But 1-1 from Henderson. Half swing. Yes, he did, and that was right the first time. It's strike 3. The inning is over. 1 run. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left. Halfway through the 6th, the Warriors come up leading 6-0.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Independent Day Tournament. We have FCA taking on the NorCal Warriors. It is the bottom of the 6th. And we got some positional changes here that we will get for you in a second.
And Zane Holmes is going to come in to pinch hit. Zane Holmes is on coaching first for a long time. And here he fouls it straight back.
Your attention, please, for the NorCal Warriors.
Kieran Costa alongside Nate Martin here in the broadcast booth at Pat Bale Field at the College of Alameda. Zane Holmes comes off the bench. He's going to hit for the catcher, Velez. Jaden Gilbert and Wally to follow. Well, it looks like Donovan Williams has come out on deck, so Jonathan Rodriguez changing up the lineup here, and Williams hits a high chopper to short. High hop flip across the diamond in time to get him. That's Luis Zuleika now at shortstop, made the play.
Has to be said, Miguel Lopez having a little bit more success than the previous Lopez. Has had a good couple innings here for FCA. No runs given up in a couple innings.
Number 6, Donovan Williams.
Donovan Williams, we've seen him. He got one pinch hit appearance and one start the first 2 days of the weekend. Velez's day ended 0 for 1 with a walk. Gilbert's day has now ended 1 for 2 with a single. Nice play by Zuleika to get the first out, 6-3, and Donovan Williams hits for Gilbert. The 1-0 is outside 2-0. Third place game here in the inaugural Independence Day tournament. The 1-0. Caught on and missed. A good breaking ball from Lopez. It's 1-2. And as you said, Miguel has settled in nicely after working through a spot of trouble in the fourth. Retired the side in order in the fifth and has 3 strikeouts. Williams bounces it to second. High hop for Ringer, who pumps and throws. There's 2 away quickly. Ground out to short and ground ball to second for the 2 pinch hitters, and Jacob Wally will hit for himself.
Center fielder Jacob Wally.
Wally 0 for 2. He lined out to left and popped out to the catcher. The pitch high. Bottom half of the 6th inning. Already 2 away quickly. And there's no balls and 1 strike to Wally, who lines this one towards right. Settling under it is Pang and reaches up and makes the catch. The side retired quietly in the 6th. A couple pinch hitters and Wally all go down. Time for the 7th here in Alameda. 6-0. The Warriors in control over FCA. new pitcher for the NorCal Warriors as Jack Siebert comes into the game, and his first pitch is a called strike to the top of the lineup in Carlo Rivera. The 0-1 is outside, even up at 1-1.
Williams, who came in for Gilbert, remains in right field for the NorCal Warriors.
The 1-1 offer is grounded foul.
Now playing third base, number 26, James Cardera.
Siebert faces the top half of the order. Carmelo Rivera, Trevor Polk, and Anthony White. And Rivera's gone down swinging. Looking, beg your pardon. There's one away. Siebert starts the outing the best way he can with a strikeout. So 6 shutout frames, only allowing 2 hits for Andrew Henderson. 2 hits, 6 Ks, and he walked 4.
And Siebert's continuing the good pitching for the Warriors with a strikeout looking. Now he's facing his second batter called ball.
One gets to the screen. The pitch is inside, well, called strike. Late, it's 1-1 to Trevor Polk. The pitch is inside. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch is outside again.
If you're the batter, you think you're going to get something to swing at here.
3-1. He's left chasing a breaking ball in the dirt. The pitch is popped out towards second. Ayata ranging back. Coming on from right is Gilbert. Dropped the baseball. Beg your pardon, that's Donovan Williams in right. It clanks off his glove. It's an E9. And with the 1 out, FCA could have the start of a rally. The error goes on the new man, Donovan Williams.
He did have to run.
Another hard time locating the ball. That's the second time we've seen it this game. What should have been an easy catch, unable to locate it. Almost looked like the center fielder and the right fielder were going to run into each other. But alas, 1 on, 1 out. And the lefty on lefty action here in the top of the 7th.
4-6-3.
White's flown out and popped out. Looks to change his fortunes here with the runner on first. That one's a high chopper. Jones goes to second. He's going to get the out there. There'll be no relay. Fielder's choice. So there's 2 outs as White is, or beg your pardon, Polk is out on the fielder's choice. White is aboard. And Luis Zuleika steps in for his 3rd plate appearance. Lewis has flown out to center and popped out. As I said in the open, he will not be returning to the anchors for the second half of the campaign, but it's just been nothing but a pleasure to have him on the roster to start this year. We've seen him in the infield role and as a pitcher, and we hope nothing for the best, but Lewis, as he trains for the start of the next college season, rounding out his playing circuit as he plays for FCA today. Here he's in a 1-1 battle. Holding up the umpire, now he's ready. The pitch. Siebert sets at the belt. The lefty stares at the runner at first and picks back. White scampers back in time.
Are we behind by half a minute on the board? If you want to use it.
Top half of the 7th.
Thanks.
There's 2 men out and a man at first. Siebert misses badly with a breaking ball. It's wildly to the screen. Holmes has to go retrieve it. And moving to second on the wild pitch. Strikeout E9, fielder's choice. And now a stolen base has Anthony White out at second. And Jonathan Rodriguez is going to go talk to his pitcher. Maybe worried if there was an injury, as that one slipped badly out of the hand of Siebert. As Jonathan Rodriguez is going to turn to his dugout, and you see someone going to pick up a ball. Is he going to go start the bullpen? Rodriguez worried about his lanky left-hander, who's going to get a few warm-up pitches. The count's 3 balls and 1 strike to Louis Zuleika.
First time you got second base.
With 2 outs.
First runner on second.
So it's 3-1 now on Zuleika. Who pops this one up towards shallow center. Still coming on. The hat comes off and the catch is made. The inning is over. Jacob Wally makes the nice play to retire the side. Time to stretch here at the College of Alameda. Warriors lead 6-0. Last of the 7th here in Alameda. The 3rd place game in the first annual Independence Day tournament. And the 7th inning starts with a ball low below the zone to the leadoff man, Mateo Castro. Will be followed by Daiki Ayata and Tyson Brown. The pitch. Called strike 1. It's even at a ball and a strike.
Patrick Partito. It is. Thank you, Patrick.
See the numbers.
Castro struck out in the first, grounded out to short in the second, and then in the fourth hit that pop-up that Anthony White lost in the sun, and it turned into a triple. He wound up scoring the 6th run of the ball game. Check swing, he did not go. Strong forearms as he checks his swing. It's 2-2.
Always so impressive to me when a batter is able to check their swing, not go around. It's just, I couldn't imagine doing that. That is in different level of athleticism right there.
You do need very strong forearms to hold up and fill her up. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes.
4 changes.
Castro waits on the 3-2 delivery from Lopez, and he draws ball 4 high and tight. In the back of the mind, the Warriors, if they do go up by 10 at any point over the next 2 innings, would secure the mercy.
Good job working back, down early in the count, works it back to full and gets the walk. Runner on, no outs. That's how you want to start the inning. The best way you can start an inning without scoring a run is getting a runner on.
That it is. That pitch misses. It's 1-0. So Castro leads off the inning with a walk. Second time he's been on today, and that brings up Daiki Ayata. Ayata a walk, a single, and a fly out to right. He's scored 2 runs.
Lopez, after some smooth sailing his first couple of innings, now struggling a bit with location. Early walks the first batter, now down 2-1. See if he can fight back and get it to a favorable count.
We'll see if he can do that here as Daiki Ayata is ahead 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch. Daiki takes one. He lifts the hands, but it clipped the inner half, and it's 2-2. The 2-2. Daiki sends it out towards right. Partito ranges back and can't make the play. It's over his head, rolling to the wall. Castro flies into third. Ayata cruises into second. There's runners at second and third with nobody out. Partito, the wind's blowing out. The sun's in his face. It's a real tough play. He kept angling back with his glove up to try and guard against the sun. And
the second time we've seen right fielder struggle making a play out in the field with the sun. Third time overall in the game. Rough go around there for FCA. After a couple productive innings, they now have 2 runners on in scoring position with no one out. The Warriors maybe looking to end the game right here in the 7th.
the pitch finds the outer half, a called strike 1 to Tyson Brown. David Howard waits on deck. Brown, a strikeout, a double, a single, and a stolen base. The infield draws in for FCA. It's grounded right back through, base hit. 2 runs will score easily. That's just a good piece of hitting from Tyson Brown, who just grounded it right back through the middle. Almost hit the second base bag, a 2-ribby single.
Good effort there by the second baseman. Just couldn't get to it. Right up the middle. Great piece of hitting on a first pitch swinging, and you get the single. You score 2 runs. You love to see that if you're pulling for the NorCal Warriors.
It's now 8-0.
And now Lopez gives up his first 2 runs of the game after a scoreless, what was it, 2 or 3 innings. Now in the 7th,
14, you said. Thank you.
8-0 ball game in favor of
Your attention, please. Now batting.
Dylan
number 24,
Anderson.
Dylan Anderson.
Comes in to pinch hit for Howard, so Howard doubled and K'd twice. His night is done. Diving back to the bag safely is Tyson Brown, and Anderson represents the winning run.
Brown's had a good game. He's got a couple ribbies on that last inning. Had a ribby or two before that as well, I believe. Good stuff. Good game for your 3-hitter.
The pinch hitter Anderson is batting for Howard, the DH.
That one sent out towards right. Bardito chasing this one back. It's the same play. You can't find this one either. And that one's going to drop. Anderson into second. A nightmare of an inning for Patrick Bartito in right field. That was just the exact same play. He lost both in the sun. Another double, and now the winning run stands out at second base.
You just feel bad for him at this point. That's just an unfortunate twice in the same inning. You feel bad for everyone in FCA. You feel bad for the pitcher. You feel bad for the right fielder. It's just a rough situation to be in. I mean, maybe we need to get some new sunglasses out there and right.
Maybe.
I hope they're aware this could be the game.
The infield draws in to try and avoid the mercy rule. They have no choice at this point.
If it's an infield hit, you're going to home first, you'd think.
Oh, yeah, that's the point of drawing the infield in. Well, you'd assume the runner's not going with such a big lead. The pitch waved at and missed by Cardera, who struck out his last time up, and here he's behind 0-2.
That's what they're calling for.
Cardera also has a walk and a double. Would love to muscle one into right and could end the game. Cardera tries to do that, goes the other way. Spoils it foul, and the count holds. No balls and 2 strikes. A single is the mercy. Lucas Durand waits on deck.
Aggressive lead for the runner on second. Big swing and a miss.
Here comes the runner to the plate. The throw goes to first. Cardera is out. So Cardera strikes out, and they almost barely got that out. Here comes another run to the plate. He's safe, and the ball game is over. The Warriors catch FCA lacking, and the ball game is over. 2-run score on the drop third strike. 10-0 is your final for Tony Sacacci putting this whole thing on. Dan Harrington doing PA here at the College of Alameda. And Nate Martin, my broadcast partner. The Warriors take home 3rd place in the inaugural Independence Day tournament. The final coming up for you in just about an hour and a half. Your final score, Warriors 10, FCA nothing. Mercy rule in 7 innings. Come back for the Captains and Leghorns at 5. For now, I'm Kieran Costa signing off from the East Bay.